I am in my Ford Van 2006 E350. My ABS alarm will not stop chiming. Let's give it a look. The normal chimes. Here it is. About every 10 minutes. If the light stays on, great, because then it comes every 10 minutes. But if it's blinking back and forth, my God, it won't stop. So after many Ford Facebook groups, Ford forums, hearing that there is no way to fix it and it's in the ABS box, I think I'm going to prove them wrong. I think I figured out where the chime is, and hopefully we can all learn from this and help someone else that is going crazy with this chime. And if not, well, I completely ruined my van. So stay tuned. Here's my dash, and we are going to take this dash off. I believe the chime to be right in there on the side of that P. The first thing I am going to do is take this off. Simply pull that and then unscrew to the left. Ready, tighty, lefty, loosey. Next, you are going to take your screwdriver and you are going to unscrew these two things. And now technically your dash is free besides prying it open. You do have to move your gear to drive or over because it's going to have to get over that. So now I am going to take my flathead and just kind of pry it open here. I am known to break things, so you should probably be more gingerly than me. I've already broken a couple of things on here. I'm going to pause this so I can try not to break it. But you get the gist of it. You just kind of pull it off and use a flathead to kind of guide you. Now that I have it off, I am going to have to disconnect these guys from the back. Now that I have it off, I'm going to have to disconnect these 3 units here by pulling on this black. So I push it down, pull out. There's one. Same idea on the orange. Let's see if I can. Sorry, that's not good. Yes, it is not fun trying to reach your hand in here, but you can do it. So if you're having a problem with this and you have maybe little girly hands that can't push this down, I just used my flathead and pushed it down because that's what's holding it in. This one here is a little bit more trickier. What you're going to do is pull this red out. Now that I have those two out and I took out that red tricky piece, I think I might have broke it the last couple of times I took it out. But if I press right here on these little things right there, it will loosen it up enough so I can release it. We are free. Now those are off. Make sure your red guy is in a safe place. Your screws that you took off is in a safe place. And oops, I forgot one. There we go. And you are free. Next, we are going to take this off. And what I used was this guy. What's it say? 7mm. So, as you can tell, I'm not much of a mechanic, but I will do trial and error until I figure these things out. So you got 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So take those out. So I could do this one with my hand here. It looks like I accidentally broke that one too. Okay. And this one here, I can just do that manually with my hand, even though it's a little more difficult with two. And this here, I'm going to have 2 hands. But if you can see this needs to be pressed in. There's another one on this side over here underneath this white thing. They both need to be pressed in and slid out. Pressed in, slid out. Now we have this control loose. Now for these, you see that gray thing here. Just like the other ones, we're going to press that black piece in to loosen the gray. Once you press that down, you can move this gray piece all the way over. And you're going to wiggle her out. She's free. All right, so we are going to do the same exact thing on this side. Press down in the middle black here, and you're going to release that gray, and it's going to come right out for you. All right, now my piece is free. And before I said to undo these here, which is the bottom, and it would take off your top. But under further investigation, we might not have to take this off. I did last time, but let's leave it on for now and see what happens. So here is what I call the motherboard. I think it's called the circuit board 2. And we will be taking this off by all these white clips here. Okay. And this is our circuit board. So we are going to want to be very careful with this. We don't want to mess up the front, so we know when our gas is low, when we know when we're speeding, and when we know our ABS system is alarming us every 10 minutes that it is broken. So keep that in mind when you are doing this, because my hulky hands have to be very ginger with this. All right, we got the protector sleeve off. Now we are going to want to actually take off this green motherboard. And we are going to do that by these white things here. Featured all around, couple in the middle there, don't miss that. Here, 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 here. Boom, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so I did that last time and I still couldn't get her off. I was worried about how to do it. Now you're going to want to take this off carefully. Some of these just might need a little guidance. So, oops. I'll zoom out there. Okay, see this one here? I'm just going to press on it a little bit and then slowly try to keep working on getting this green circuit board up. All right, so this is what I was afraid to happen. We are learning together, so maybe someone else doesn't do this mistake, or hopefully it will be a blessing. I was told to get this off more. You had to do these. So far, I don't see those cylinder pieces doing anything for me. But I started getting it out, and as we see, the dials fell out. I did notice before when I took it out, there was these 2 pins, or 1 pin on each one, that hold it in. And I was worried that that might bust while doing this. Hopefully we can get it back in. I'm halfway there, so I guess I'm just going to keep going for it. I mean, 2 are already off. Might as well try. Okay, I got it off and flipped over. Sorry, I'm shaking a little bit. I had a lot of coffee. This right here is the chime, I believe. This beautiful black cylinder. What am I going to do? I think I'm just going to try to rip it off. See what happens. Okay, I was able to take it off. It is held in there by 2 pins. So I just try to like lift it up and just kind of twist a tiny bit, because whatever all that is, I don't know anything about circuit breakers or boards. That's why they say you have to mail these in to get fixed. So we will see what happened. I ripped it off, and let's hope for the best, people. Okay, so since I ripped it off, I did use pliers, okay, just to grab it. These are the pins I'm talking about right here. I don't know if you can see that. Those are what hold your dials in place. Try to remember where your dials were. We are going to try to put the motherboard back on and then the dials on from the front. We'll see if it works. So what I did here was just simply reverse the steps, put that circuit board gingerly on top, and just kind of pressed it down with my fingers where there is no special looking electronics, and it just kind of went back in place there. But now what we're going to do, make sure it's in there, we're going to flip it over, and this is where we are going to have to take off that front. So it's these two in the front and these two in the back to get that top off. So I do suggest leaving that plastic front on until you get to this point so all those dials are in the right spot. So when we flip this over, you will see that they are all gone. Okay, so I am going to try my best to put it back the way it was. So I'm going to have to take off that plastic top first. And before you take off that plastic top, I would advise you to put your protected shield back on. And we are just going to do that just how we took it off. Kind of just snap it back in there. Alright, I simply just put the dials right on. I try to put it where it was when we took it off in the beginning. Maybe take a picture of it before. But I don't think it should matter. It's kind of when the gauges are rolling. So maybe in that general position. Like I said, I'm a trial and error. Just giving it a shot. If I did it wrong, we can learn from my lessons. And if we did it right, hallelujah. So now that we got the dials back on, I am going to do everything back together. I'm going to put this together. Now that I got the top back on, the back is secure, that protective device. I am going to put it back in its spot by putting this guy in first this way and connecting those wires first. And then I'm going to go ahead and get that dial in there by, remember, pressing in those two levers and putting it back in. So it's all sitting back pretty. I haven't put it back together yet because I'm just going to see if it works right now. So let's see here. Let's see if these gauges work for me. I'll put it in park. Oh, wish me luck. No way! No way! I got it. Well, right? It should look good. Hopefully those gauges are right. I know I'm pretty low on E, so that should be alright. The RPM? I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm not a car guy. So now I am driving because I was pretty worried about that miles per hour being off, but I think I'm pretty good. You know, hopefully the gauges aren't too off. I don't know, it doesn't seem like it should really matter much because it's those white computers that hold it all the information. But so far I am very satisfied with the Chime. So we did pretty good. We got rid of that Chime. Pretty satisfied today. That was a win after a bunch of losses. So hopefully this helps someone out there. If you have any more advice about the dials and how to put those back together, please put it in the comments. I would love to learn more about it. And good luck to you, and hopefully you can get rid of your Chime as well.